Well, I guess I could probably just go ahead and get started with what I'm going to do here, since it is a kind of a tutorial. Hi, Donna. It's good to see you here today. Whoa, I put one too many knots on the bottom of that thing. How's your day? Oh, figured I'd come in and do a ladder stitch on this beautiful brooch that I beaded yesterday. It's a bovine bone. I'm doing good. It's pretty quiet today here at home. So my daughter's got the grandkids upstairs, so I can do this. Yes, go ahead, shoot, Donna. Shoot with your question, honey. Somewhere this one here. Okay, what kind of loom do you have? Is it a wooden loom or is it one of the little tiny guys? Okay, 10 beads. And you're probably wanting to do it with a different size. Okay, you don't have any. 8/0s will work just as good. Okay, you've got 11/0s. Okay, what you do is how many beads across is it calling for? $18 across. Okay, so your size 11/0, they're pretty tiny. I don't even know where my centimeter gauge is. Okay, usually what you do with that, you take your bead. This is how I learned it. You take your 11/0 and you hold it up. Oh, if you don't have any 10/0s, I don't have any 10/0s either. So you would probably want to add um, five more threads across. Instead of it being 18, that would make it what, 20, 21, 21 beads, or 22, because it's an even number. You'll want to do 22 beads and just follow the pattern basically the same way, because, well, you're going to be adding more beads. Now, Donna, with seed beads, um, the higher the number, the larger, or the smaller the number, I guess you could say, the larger the bead. Um, I've got some I've got some 8/0s. I'll show you what I mean. Are they back there? Okay, I got some right here. Oh, and there are some 10/0s in here. Used to be called pony beads as we were growing up. I don't know if you remember those. Okay. Good. I've got a 10-0 bead here. And you'll be able to see the difference of the bead compared to this 11-0 bead. All right. Okay, this is a 10-0. I don't know if I can get it to focus. Maybe too much light there. I don't know. But look how big that bead is. That is a 10-0. I'll put it down here, right here, and set it there. And I'll put one of my little 11-0s right next to it. That bead there, can you see it? That bead there is almost 4 times bigger than our 11-0. So when you go to do your pattern, you'll have to add more beads across. It is a really huge bead, isn't it? And just think, an 8-0 is half the size of a 10-0 basically. And then your 11-0 is basically half the size of your 8-0 bead. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of math to beading, and I think you already know that. A lot of counting and everything. So now if I were to do the counting while I'm on live, everybody would be like, what is she doing? And then I'd have to explain that. But bead weavers and those of us who do the embroidery beading, we know we have to count. Oh. And I know you would know what a brick stitch is, so. Can you believe it took me 3 hours just to do this one yesterday because as you can see the bone, it's curved, and I kept trying to get my my beads to go down in here, and I just couldn't do it. They just would like bunch up, and so I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to use one of the oldest tricks in the book. Just do as best I can to get it down in there. And instead of doing the next row, which is the off-white right here, getting that to go down in there and making it look all bunched up, I just went right around it. And then I just stuck the 2 beads right in there. My son said that I probably should have put either the blue bead there or the emerald color bead there. He said it would have looked really nice. But I've got another one. Oh, I got another one. I plan on putting more brooches in the auction. The ladies seem to like brooches, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm going to get started here. And edging brick stitch is a lot different than weaving brick stitch. Thank you, Donna. Did you make it over to the powwow grounds last weekend? I know my tribe had their annual powwow. This string poking right here. What is it? No. Okay. Oops, I did that wrong because I got to do this one a little different. I'm so used to just going around the edge with just the simple edges that I do. And this one here is a little more fancier when you do the brick stitch. And in case anybody comes in to watch the video later, or anyone else who's watching, A brick stitch and a ladder stitch, they have a similarity, but with a brick stitch, you're adding more beads and they stack on top of each other. And since I don't want to be too long chasing beads or anything today, I'm just going to do it too high, 2 beads high. Hide that knot. And as you guys can see, I'm not going to go over my banding this time. I'm going right next to it. Oh no, the in August is it's the Sundance, the ceremonial dance that they have. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm going to add 4 beads to my needle, 2 of each color. Ah, the banding wants to stick to that thing. And I'm coming up from behind, and I'm coming up from underneath, and work. I will be coming right up on the outside of my banding this time. Now this is basically the simple brick stitch that I'm doing instead of the big old fancy one. You can make them look like sunshine rays and squiggly lines and all that. But right now I just want to do something that'll be a little simple and a little more understanding for you guys. Okay, now what I'm doing is I'm coming up from the front here, and I'll be going up underneath my turquoise beads and out the top, back down my off-white beads. Hi, Lori. Would you like to be a moderator? Okay, but I'm still going to make you a moderator, honey. Then through the same place that I had gone through up here. I got to go through the back again and then come up. Okay, turtle. Miss Turtle Trader. Size of beads are 11-0s, Nymo thread, size D, and a size 12 needle. How's that? I'll make Turtle a moderator too. He's such a fun guy. Okay, as you can see here, the beads, the beads are standing up. And that is the beginning of my brick stitch. Brick stitch is a very beautiful stitch. And yes, it does get confused. Oh, not brick stitch. See, there I go. I confused it this time. This is the ladder stitch. Ladder stitch gets very confused with the brick stitch a lot, doesn't it, Donna? Let me pull out the difference. I do not have any size 13s. I have been looking because I have the size 15 seed bead, and you cannot do that with a size 12, and I just have to lay my baby beads down. Let me see here. Okay. Okay, like on my last live. Well, I go through Etsy, and I that a couple of those beading pages there in Facebook. if you pay attention to the posts, some of the ladies in there have stores of their own, and oh my gosh, they have some very beautiful things. Okay, this stitch right here is the brick stitch on the edging of this one that I did live the other day. And as you can see, this one here, it stands higher. And that's a ladder stitch. Okay. Okay, Lori, thank you. Yeah, I don't know why. I'm just having a hard time finding a size 13 needle, because you can do some really, really beautiful, intricate work with those teeny tiny beads. Yeah, I do. I love it too, Donna. And it is a beautiful, beautiful stitch to do bead weaving with. It really is. Oh yeah, you can go crazy with them. Oh, and I usually when I do my curves and stuff, when I'm doing my really big projects, I usually use the 15-aught bead, because sometimes when you're going around a curve and you're tacking down your bead, um, and if the curve has like a slight point to it too, I mean, just putting that little 15-aught in there, oh my gosh, it can make a difference, and you can barely even notice that it's there. I believe there's a lady here on YouTube. I don't recall her name, but my daughter watches her, and she does basically the same thing, going around the corners and the curves and everything, and but she uses a 13-0 bead, and I'm like, oh boy. And I love to bead with the tiny beads as well. Of course, what beader wouldn't love to bead with the tiny beads, or any size bead? Yes, yes, Turtle Trader, they can. Oh my gosh. Um, and that peyote stitch that's used on it, it is so, so intricate. That's okay, Lori. I'm sure that, creators telling me it's not the right time to try to do it. If you guys happen to see any smoke coming across, I'm not smoking a cigarette. I'm burning my white sage while I do this. Oops. Yeah, 11-0 seems to be the most popular that we all work with, unless we're really going blind. And of course, it's the 8-aughts and the 10-aughts that we use. Oh, I thought I was getting high. That was way back in the day, way before I had kids. So those days are done and over. Oh, without my pipe. So is everybody having a lazy Sunday? I didn't go to church today because I literally stayed up late last night. My my body just wasn't wanting me to sleep. I know I'm going to get called out on it, but that's fine. Hi, Ricardo. Hey, Ricardo, would you like to get your feet wet and try to come in with me before October comes around? Oh, yeah, you're right. It is a donut hole on a size 11. And this brooch will be going up for auction um, next Sunday. I had to look at my calendar. Okay, Donna. I'm sure I'll still be here. You know how long it takes for a brick stitch. I mean, shoot, there I go again, brick stitch. It's not a brick stitch. Somebody type in there and remind me that I'm doing a ladder stitch. Darn. Thank you, Lori. My husband picked out this nail color for me. And it's what is it, Sally Hansen or whatever. And it's called Baby Lilacs. Okay, Ricardo, I really appreciate that because yeah, I do want to start beading on my other colored pelons, and I'm just beading with the whites. But white is a very neutral color, so it goes with everything. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to order some doe hide because I was looking at my stash and it is getting skinny. I used most of it for regalia. See, look at that. Excuse me. Oh, I got a good whiff of that smoke over there. Oh boy, that is going to be a lot of thread. I won't run out for a while, will I? I'll make sure I hide it really good when my sister shows up because she's always trying to take my beads and my thread and my needles. No, I'd share with her. It's just the two of us. I couldn't do that to her. Then I'd tell her, you got to email Ricardo and say thank you. Yeah, I know I can share. I'm the big sister, so I'm the bossy one. I didn't go all the way up through both those beads. Thank you, Turtle Trader. Yeah, I didn't put no fire colors in this one this time. I just did traditional colors. It's amazing how how almost all our tribes have the same color as traditional colors, just our designs are different when it comes to a traditional design. How about you just send me whatever you think I might need, Ricardo, because I'm not a really picky person, really. That would be so nice if you just surprise me. And no, don't put a dead skunk in there and hide the smell. I mean, that would really. Hi, Adam. Make him a moderator too. There we go. Oh, that smoke is just blowing. I gotta move it. My sage is just really blessing me today, I guess. How is Adam today? How are you feeling? Welcome back, Lori. You're welcome, Adam. Okay, Adam, today I'm doing a ladder stitch, which is ladder stitch edging. This is what a ladder stitch edging looks like. It's beads stacked on each other and going around. I don't know if you watched my last live. On those earrings that I did, I had done a brick stitch. They are quite similar, but with a ladder stitch, you're just adding more beads. Oh, well, Adam, you're still in my prayers, my friend. You have tons of zipper pulls. What size or what length are they? Hi, Michelle. How are you doing today, Michelle? I hope you're having a good day. Can anybody type in there and tell me why we use a needle smaller than our beads? Hi, Cece. How are you doing, sweetie? Oh, pulled that too tight. Let's do this again. See, if you pull it too tight, you could just pop them right out of there. That's Monday night, Adam? I was trying to remember what it was because I want to be there. These notifications just are not, they are not showing up very well in for YouTube. Cece, I'm using size 11 beads with Nymo thread, size D Nymo thread, and a size 12 beading needle. Just in case you're wondering. No hitting in the classroom now. Okay. Well, I guess I'll just, let me write that down here so that way I can be reminded. Put it on the back page here. Okay. Okay, I'll put that right here where I keep all my important papers. I'll just be checking after 3 p.m. my time just to make sure, because I really want to get a couple of those for my little granddaughters. Okay. Like I said, I'm not getting very many notices, and if anybody's having auctions, I mean, I've been going manually to people's pages just to find out, and a couple of the ladies have actually had to send me an email. I'm on. Where are you? This is a bone. It's a bovine bone. Anybody know what a bovine is? He's just hitting on you. Too close. Yes, yes, it is. Now, I want to let you guys know. there is a person out here, and they're on Etsy. Um, they went and sent me an email telling me that they had buffalo bone. And, well, I'm glad that I like to read comments and everything, because I would have purchased if I did not read comments. But the guy is not selling no type of buffalo bone or anything related to that type of category of animal. He's actually selling zebra bones, and I darn sure do not want to be buying zebra bone. Oh, don't say that about yourself, Michelle. But the reason why I chose a bovine bone is, it's pretty close to buffalo bone. And like I've said before in past videos, Native Americans, we've done beadwork with bones, seeds, whatever we could use. And that was before the Europeans brought the beautiful glass seed beads to us, glass beads. This is how it's turning out. What do y'all think? Nice and strong and sturdy on there. And there's the back. Yeah, I've bought water buffalo bone. But for some reason, I don't know how they cut it, but when I bought it, I ended up getting slivers from the bone. How do I know I get buffalo bone? Well, where I actually purchased my buffalo bone is actually from people that I know who have had the permit to take a buffalo down. So I'm really picky about my buffalo bone. That's how I know I got buffalo bone. So I don't know. I really don't know how to tell the difference from which bone is which. I'm not a I'm not a bone expert. And yes, I did feel the earthquakes. Matter of fact, my dog is still a little scared. He won't even ride in the car right now. Quillwort, porcupine, or strip feathers. I love quill work. I just never really picked it up. I know the technique of it, but I never really picked it up. Yeah, the poor little guy, and every noise he hears that because that sounds like it's falling or whatever because some of the pictures fell off my wall. Wasn't very hard here, but like I said, some pictures fell off my wall, and if he hears something that sounds like it's fallen, he runs under my bed. Yes, Yes, you're right. Those are all earlier than the trade bead. Look at this. I started out with 2.5 wingspans here, and I've probably just got a wingspan and a half. I was telling my husband because I told him that I wanted to show how to do the loom work this coming week. And I told him, I think I'm going to go out there and take a nice branch off the tree and show everybody how an old loom is made traditionally, and have my two looms that I have here. Okay, ivory and bone. I can't remember how I was told how to tell the difference between ivory and bone. Um, one is supposed to feel plasticky, and the other one is supposed to have like a hollow sound to it. That's why I said I can't remember how to tell the difference because I forget. Oh, well, I bet that had to have been interesting to see, or very frightening to see, Adam. Welcome back, Lori. Yeah, that is right, Turtle Trader. Yes, I felt the earthquake. Oh, I think you came in when I was telling him how to tell the difference between bone and ivory. You have Chinese ivory? See, I'm not a bone expert, so I don't know how to tell the difference. I know one is supposed to have a hollow sound, and then the other one is supposed to feel like plastic when it comes to bone and ivory. Excuse me. That thing is still smoking over there. But if you hear that, that's the bone. And I've got it on the back of something already, so I got my headset on, so I had to bring it up here near my nose. Oh my gosh. You're welcome, Lori. Cece, are you still here? You know, sometimes we all pop in and then we're just jet. I do that sometimes. I've been thinking about doing my intro video for my YouTube page. Eek. There we go. Yeah, I was going to come on yesterday when I was beading the brooch, but I wasn't having a good day yesterday. And I had to literally burn cedar and sage to sit down so I could feel good. And I think Turtle Trader knows what I'm talking about with that part. When I'm done here, I'll measure the whole width and the length of the brooch. So anybody here that is interested in my brooch, this brooch here, can think about it. You know, Lori, I thought you and I were going to be the only two bidding last night at Rebecca's auction. It's like everybody had fallen asleep behind the keys. Did I get what you wanted? The coral? What? Did I miss something in the chat? Now I'm starting to sound like my friends. Oh, that's true. I do that too. And if you notice, you know, sometimes I'll just like, okay, I bow out. It's just not meant for me to have that piece. Something better will come along, I say. Would you guys like to see some of the silver that I'm going to be auctioning off as well? She did. I did not know that she did it. Or was that last night? I was there last night. Or was it when I had to go help put the babies asleep? Oh, and now sometimes these grandbabies, they will not go to bed for mommy. They need grandma. I know you and I were gone for a long time, weren't we, Lori? Oh. Are you talking about, I know that, I know Lori auctioned one off, a coral and turquoise. Is that the one you're talking about, Roberto? Because Rebecca, I don't ever recall her having a turquoise and coral. That was all these ladies, they have some pretty fun times on there. And just think, when Vicky comes back, I'll have to stand on my own. Maybe I'll get somebody to come on with me like everybody else does. We can auction together. Maybe Ricardo and I can do that, huh? Gotta get your feet wet out there before you get up there. You don't want to be nervous behind the camera going live, Ricardo. And I'm really, really grateful to Darlene for helping me out with that. Okay. How's that looking? I know she said that. I watched her pop up, and she did make some reply to some comments saying that she was going to be on, but she was probably really tired. I probably should give her a call or something and check on her, see how she's doing today. Oh my, the lady that I get my lots from, she told my husband yesterday that she has more for me to pick up. So I'll be going over there with testers and everything. And she's like, "You don't trust me?" And I go, it's not that I don't trust you. I go, I just want to make sure that the people that I sell this to know that I'm telling the truth. Yeah, and I can't wait for my Barbara Mandrell to come in. She should be in tomorrow, so that way, I know I have all my rings tagged and everything, but I borrowed hers. So I could measure the size of the rings, and I tagged them all right there. But I want everybody to see, that it is the size that I say it is. Keep it honest. Oh, that would be great, Ricardo. Yes, we'll have to work out a time and date. Does anybody know what we're all switching off to after Google goes away? Google Hangouts. Nope. Well, my son is trying to teach me how to do just the OBS way, and it just seems like it's more confusing than ever, but I'm sure once I get the hang of it, I'll be a whiz at it. Just takes trial and error a lot. He laughed at me because what is it called? The NDI. I kept calling it a DNR. It's not set up yet. Oh my gosh. But didn't they say they were going to try to have all that done before that happened? Right, it was funny. Do not resuscitate. Oh. And I checked out Zoom, and you got to pay for that one monthly. And the cheapest one is $14.99. And that one there is supposed to be excellent to use because apparently you don't pull much CPUs from your computer because it actually just comes from their cloud. Uh, I remember when I was the smart one teaching my parents what to do with just with the new remote control TVs and all that stuff. Now I know how they felt. Okay, you're going to have to try to get yourself a laptop or something because you do it from your phone. I did it from my phone a couple of times, and I wasn't able to see the chat. Oh, there I go. I almost messed up, getting carried away here. What is the name of that auction site that everybody sees going crazy on? It's always being advertised on Facebook. Is it Mad Hatter or something like that? But the thing is, with Zoom, you will also have to purchase the webinar along with your monthly rate. Oh, is that what you do with the phone? Do you have a tablet, Ricardo, or another phone? Would the wife let you steal her phone so you could at least watch the chat? Yeah, Zoom meetings. Yeah, it's not supposed to use so much, it's not supposed to use hardly any, take any CPUs off your computer if you do it that way. Oh, I have a stinky Kindle. That thing there, anytime I want to watch YouTube, they have their own app for the Kindle and can't even do the chat. So what I do is I have to go through the Silk browser in that thing and get to YouTube and pop out the chat and watch it that way. I mean, if they're going to give me an app, they should give me an app that's worthy of being used. Now, to let you know, Ricardo, Google Hangouts is going to be leaving as of August 1st. Am I right, Adam? So we're all scrambling around trying to find something that we can use for our live publications out here. Oh yeah, those keyboard cases for those iPads and stuff are awesome. They're almost like just having a little tiny laptop in front of you, or what do you call it, a notebook? You know, when I'm traveling, Ricardo, I use my hotspot on my iPhone a lot for my grandchildren's little iPad. They have a child's iPad, and that usually works pretty good. They watch their little videos off of. They go through the kids' YouTube. Buddy, Mexico's internet. uh, Sometimes I think I am in Mexico because I have some of the most sweetest neighbors all around me. I live in a Mexican community. Thank you, Lori, for stopping in. I appreciate you spending time with us or with me. Yeah, there is a special app to use for their content. And yes, my son had to show me how to use all that too. So, and he's talking about moving out, which I believe my children all deserve to grow their wings and fly. He's my baby. So I guess I'm going to have to rely on the oldest grandson when he comes. Okay, are we being a little stubborn here? This is a little tip for anybody who is a beater. A little wax on the tip, and you can, sometimes you can just like put it right through there. If I can get that needle to turn around right. There we go. You want to do that? Oh boy, hands. Oh boy. Oh, that's why. Oh, fun. Alrighty. Get in there, get in there, get in there, get in there. Gotcha. Oh, sometimes I have good days with that, and sometimes I have bad days. Threading the needle. But isn't life like that? We're all threading the needle. Ah, let's see, where did I leave off here? Okay, Lori was leaving. Oh boy, that's just terrible when people steal the stuff that you pay for, even if it is cable or. Yeah, I had somebody doing that here. Yeah, I don't know how they figured out how to get to my Wi-Fi, but they did. And the day that I changed everything, I actually changed my Wi-Fi or my internet provider, and the guy had the nerve to come over and knock on my door and say, "Why did you change your internet? Now I can't sit and watch the movies that I want to watch on Netflix." uh, Took a lot of guts. uh, the dishonesty in this world is crazy, isn't it? Look at this. I'm almost done with this edging. Does anybody know how long I've been on? It'll tell you how long it's been, how long it's taken me to do the edging. Some of these things, yeah, some of the edgings can take a lot longer than the beadwork. Like I said, I do want to show you guys how to do a peyote stitch edging. Hi, Patty. Oh, wow. A little over an hour. That's pretty cool. Probably minus about 5 of that because I was just talking to Donna. She had her little question about her beads and her loom. And I'm more than willing if you have questions, if any of you do any beadwork to answer things like that, even if it is through email, Facebook Messenger, or even on my Facebook page. I am still doing my video, honey. Where's your mommy? Shh, be quiet. They're over here waving at you guys.
What's that? I got me. Your nose got hurt. Look at that. Look, Grandma. Look.
I'm telling him, go back upstairs.
Don't touch it.
Okay, Adam. Well, you be careful out there. You're gonna be walking around. Make sure you have somebody with you. I think quite a bit of us are out here testing things out, trying to figure out what we're going to use. I do know that Zoom has a free version, but if you're wanting to do panels and stuff like that, you're going to have to pay for it. That I was reading yesterday. After I kept telling my son that that I needed a DNR. Oh. Getting tangled up in my string here. Wow, I guess I guesstimated the string length just right, with a little bit left over. I've not done the ladder stitch edging in a while. Okay, the fun part, ending this. I'm going to come down the top of these 2 beads. Come out the back of my backing while I'm going down. And then from behind, see how that bead is, those beads are sticking outward instead of, they're a little off. I have to pick them up a little bit. Come from behind, up through the back, underneath. Ooh. And up through those beads. And now it sits even with everything else. Now to tie it off, I just come down. I work it through the back when I do this, just like doing a zigzag up and down through my beads here. I get to about the 3rd row, then I take that little bridge that's right underneath and I start tying a knot. Now that was me. Oh. Make sure my loop is there. Go through my loop 3 times. I've had people tell me it's called a surgeon knot. And I come back up through that same bead that I just did the knot, so I can pull the knot up in those beads so that it's not showing. So everybody knows I do not like knots. Okay. I pulled it too hard. This is where tweezer comes in handy. Work it. Yeah, I pulled it in too hard. Get down. Ooh. Yeah, I'm a little dangerous for my needles. Got it poking upward. There we go. Then I come back over. And I go the direction that I had come in. I go the opposite direction, and I'll get that little string out of there. There we go. And another knot. When I do my ladder stitch, I do my knot areas a little different than I do with the other edging that I do, because the ladder stitch sits pretty close together. It's risen pretty high. And 1, 2, and 3. Oops. And have things like that in a way. And then up through that bead. That's why we use a smaller needle when we bead, so that way if we have to continuously go through our needles, or not our needles, but our beads a little bit, we can make it through. And this here, instead of going through the back of my, I cut it through the top. Take my thread, or my lighter, burn the thread. And it's done. Yeah, I've tried clear thread. It's okay. Is brown lead for leather backing? Well, it's up to the person. Brown thread could be used for leather backing depending on the color of the leather. And that's the brooch. Done with it. So do you guys want to see some of the silver that I'm going to be auctioning off Sunday as well? Yay, nay. Okay, I will go get the box. I'll pull out a few of them. Oops. I should have muted that. Oh, I'll pull out a couple of rings. I don't know. I know we got some ladies with some teeny fingers. And I do have a couple of them. I got this little coral heart sterling silver ring. It's 3 3/4. Can you see it? Almost looks like somebody's first ring. Could be. A size 8 coral turtle. This is sponge coral, by the way. Let's see here now. A little turtle. And I have its brother here somewhere. And this one's in a size 7, but it's done with abalone. I know we got a lot of turtle loving ladies out there. I'm one of them. Okay, that's enough for those. But you got one very special one. It's a turtle as well. And it is sterling silver. With blue topaz and amethyst. And this one's a size 7. I know that everybody wants bigger rings or smaller. But when we get what we get, we get what we get. And it does have a little room to be stretched. Yeah. What's in this one? This one? Nope, not that one. I think it What's this one? Like I said in the last auction, I have plenty of abalone to share. These are sterling silver, or 925, and they are little tiny teardrop post earrings. Let's see if I can get it up there for you. So delicate and dainty. I have another opal necklace. It's 925 as well. Chain is, what did it say? Italy. And I wish I could get my thing to focus better, but on the bell right here, it has 925 as well. But yeah, this is going to be some of the stuff that's going to go in with my own beadwork. Now, Cindy and I would have went a little longer. I was getting ready to pull this one out. This is jade with pearls, and it is a 925 chain. It has a matching set of earrings, as you can see. Post earrings at that. So, I don't know if some people like jade or not. I know I love jade. Oh, there goes my cat. He got left alone, or my son's cat, my oldest son's. And I really love these. I want to keep them, but I know there are a lot of people out there who like to collect Celtic design work. And look at these. Look at that. Oh my, it's a beautiful Celtic knot all the way around the hoop. And they are 925. I mean, they're just absolutely gorgeous. And looky, I did tell you guys last Sunday that I had another set of malachite. The ring, the necklace. The necklace is 18 inches. And these earrings have the shepherd's hook on it. Look at that design in that ring. Oh boy. And this one is a 6 3/4, but you can take it to a silversmith or jeweler, and there's plenty here to stretch that ring out with. And I love the cut of that stone. Where did it go? Oh, there they are. These I actually want to keep. These are earrings. They're opals. Of course, those are CZs around it, but they're 925. And they have that hook that you have to, they're earrings, you have to lift up and you pull it off. Then you latch it back on. Those are some very beautiful opals in there. Look, they would almost look nice with that. My husband was telling me I might need to do a pop-up or something too, because I've got a lot of jewelry here. Sterling silver and stainless steel. And these are 925. Cute little post earrings. That's onyx with a little tiny, that's a diamond in the middle. I don't know if I can get it to focus. Maybe too much light on it. There's a little teeny tiny diamond right there. Can you see it now? And guess what, guys? I got my scale. So if anybody's wanting to know the weight, the grams or whatever, I got it the day that, oops, the day that we were doing my last live. And oh, it's just awesome. Well, Ricardo, you bring on what you have, and we go from there. I was going to pull this out. This is stainless steel, and I know a lot of you ladies out there love feathers. Look at that bracelet. And I am a size 7 wrist, and look. Oh boy, she probably won't like that too well. Oh. Now this is going to be one of my giveaways. As you can see, it says lead and nickel free. And they are crosses with angel wings on it and little rhinestones in it. So they're just cute. So that was just a sneak peek. I've got more in there. Yeah, I guess you could say I was teasing. Shame on me, right? uh, but anyway, I guess I will sit here and say thank you for watching me today, and I hope you all have a very blessed Sunday. And with the new week coming tomorrow, well, today is actually the first day of the new week according to the calendar, right? You all have a very blessed week, and I will see you all throughout the week. Hi, Jennifer. You just caught me while I'm leaving. Thank you for coming. This is what I did today. I did what they call a ladder stitch edging, and it's a very pretty brooch. Bye. I love you guys. And yes, have a very beautiful week. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday.